what would you do with people that just didn't practice? I mean, how would you motivate someone to go? And again, let's talk about just, amateur musicians, just the regular Joe, not someone who's flown 10,000 miles to come to a guitar school, and they just don't do it. I mean, what would you say to someone who maybe even says, yeah, I don't have time, or,
Well, it's the same as, and this is the most typical thing in the world. In January, gym memberships go through the roof because everybody made their New Year's resolution. Okay, I'm going to get in shape, join a gym. I'm going to go for it. So January, the gym is packed. And then everybody gets the sore muscles and it's like, oh, God, yeah. And by February, it's back down again. And it's kind of like that with playing an instrument is everybody gets the guitar for Christmas. Great, I'm going to learn to play this thing. Then they realize, oh, it's a lot going on. It takes time. It's difficult. I don't sound very good. You have to set your expectations realistically. So if somebody came in with the expectation that how hard could it be, they're going to be sorely disappointed, and that will inspire them to quit. But if you say, look, think of it as, this is the classic quote, which I use all the time, it's not a race, it's a parade.
Okay.
You're working your way down, and you're gradually just sort of adding little doodads to your float, But it's just, you're just doing it. It's part of your life,
And you're on your own timeline.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, you're not setting some artificial goal for yourself. If you're young and you're looking for a career in music, yes, you gotta hit it real hard and stay with it, and the clock is ticking. But if you're a hobbyist, you're doing it for enjoyment, then enjoy it,
Yeah.
But in order to enjoy it, you have to do it and be mindful that it does require incremental development over time. And if you're able to grasp that and live with it, then you'll make progress. Just like if you do get up and exercise in the morning, you're going to be in better shape.
Right.
But if you're disappointed that you don't look like super buff after a month, then you're just not going to get anywhere.
I think it's realistic expectations.
Yeah.
Just know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And also, like what you said so beautifully, it's like, this is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
So you're not going to just pick it up. And you see that a lot, especially with adults who maybe have done things in their life and they're captains of industry or they've conquered this and conquered that. I'm going to play this keyboard, I'm going to play this sax.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they hit the first couple of, they sound like a strangled chicken and their fingers don't work right. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't have talent.
Right.
Oh, I don't have it.
Or you think of yourself as a highly accomplished, successful person, and you're mentally competing with the people who are at the top of this game. And I don't know who came up with this term, but there's the beginner's mind is it's a really key concept. I've heard it applied in Japan. There are lots of traditional arts. They're everywhere, but the very traditional Japanese crafts, like the plasterer, and the one who sews not the kimono, but the belt, but not even the belt. It's the thing that goes around the belt.
Yeah.
And they're seventh generation, and that's all, and it's like this incredible focus. But it's the beginner's mind is that, yes, I'm beginning. I'm always beginning. Every day I'm beginning. And I'm trying to aspire to a higher level every day. And it doesn't matter if I've been doing it forever and everybody else thinks I'm great or not. I'm measuring myself against myself, and that's what I'm really working towards, is to be the best I can be under the circumstances.
I think that's amazing. I don't know if I've ever really heard it like that.
Yeah.
That every single day is your first day.
Yeah.
And don't worry about what happened yesterday. Don't worry about where you're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here you are with your instrument, and let's see what today brings.
Yeah, and ignorance is a given. I'm so unbelievably ignorant about so many things in music, let alone everything else.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I know. Everybody says that, but
not to your face.
Yeah. But it's separating ignorance from stupidity. It's like I'm ignorant, but I'm not stupid. So if I want to learn it, I'm pretty sure I could learn it. But I recognize my ignorance, and I'm able to be reasonably humble about that, and that's what allows you to then make progress. As you say, okay, I admit I'm not going to be the greatest, or I'm not the greatest, and I'm not going to compete with the highest level in this other field. So that's okay. What do I do now? What's my next step? You know?
I think that's another great nugget. Just having humility, because I think what holds people back a lot
Yeah.
is they don't want to look bad.
Exactly.
They don't want to look foolish.
Yeah.
Not realizing truly that everybody that they admire went through the exact same thing.
Totally.